I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never front. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rings. Whole lot of globe trying, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta give it all raw now, like Carothers. All that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never fly. I give it all, they want me rock, I never blow. I give it all, whoa. What you say, my man? Give it all, whoa. Hey, give it all, whoa. Yeah, stand tall, give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. What do you think when people look at me? 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply the addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
To quote the great Bruce Buffer, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. We've got Conference Player of the Years. We've got history on the line. And there's just a different feeling in the air tonight at the mountaintop. Can Grace Walton and the Lady Rams pull off the upset against Eve Schwemley and the 6-1 Shelby Lady Whippets? We'll find out coming up next on the OH Report.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Yippee! Win my subtitles, cut down nets with my fans. Back to the basket. And another thing. Well, looks like I'm not going to Hollywood after all.
And welcome back, live and free on the OH Report. Jonathan Langdon with you, whether on Facebook or YouTube. Time for your pregame show brought to you by Burkhart Farm Center in Bucyrus. We've got two heavyweights taking each other on tonight at the mountaintop. The Shelby Whippets sitting 6-1 on the year, taking on the Upper Sandusky Lady Rams, who we just saw on Friday take down a 5-1 Seneca East side. So can they do the same to one of the MOAC's best in the business? Before we get into each of these teams, I want to take a second to thank all of our sponsors bringing you this live and free coverage on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks to Wilson Tire Company and also Chris.daris. Thank you to Burkhart Farm Center, Quest Federal Credit Union, First Federal Community Bank, Home and Kitchen Supply, and Kimmel Corporation. Let's get into both teams, starting with the Shelby Lady Whippets. Already talked about their record. Just talk about their program as a whole. Shelby, they're 6-1 on the year. Their program's won 5 straight MOAC titles, and that's 16 wins in a row against Upper Sandusky. That's the history that could be made tonight if Upper Sandusky and the Lady Rams can break that snide and beat Shelby here tonight on their home floor. But it's going to take some doing, because you see those scores on your screen. Highland one of the bottom feeders in the MOAC. They lose a 40-point game to Shelby. Margaretta's not a bad team at all. Their first loss of the season came to Shelby in that 51-39 result. And in Clear Fork, also one of those top dogs in the conference, they lost by 13 to the Shelby side. So the Whippets have handled each team pretty well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the player spotlight, the reigning MOAC Player of the Year. These are her stats from this year. Eve Schwemley committed to Ohio Dominican, putting up nearly 19 points a game, 3.6 rebounds, and also 3.2 assists per game. Let's take it out to the floor. There is Eve Schwemley getting her free throws ready. So she has been kind of that key player offensively. They've also got a couple of players to keep an eye out for. Schwemley wears number 23, number 14, Serena Ramsey, the 5'11 forward, will be another name to watch out for. She was second team All-MOAC last year. Eve Schwemley, of course, was the player of the year in the MOAC and also a D2 All-Ohioan. So Eve Schwemley, the name to watch out for, Ramsey as well. Let's go ahead and talk about the Upper Sandusky Lady Ramps, as they had quite the win on Friday, hitting 13 triples from 4 different players in that win against Seneca East and the Tigers. 57-41 was the final. And you also got those 2 games beforehand. They played some close ones. 41-40 in overtime, a win over Tiffin Columbian on the road, mind you. And then also they took down Winford in a close battle in the N10. And that's a Winford squad that is still looking really good. They're led by a really solid sophomore as well. So very quality wins across the board, especially in this 3-game winning streak that they sit in right now. Very good work being done by Coach Jerry Vent with this Upper Sandusky squad. And it's all led by the senior, and I told you about the MOAC Player of the Year. Here's the N10 Player of the Year in Grace Walton. 14 points a game. These stats are from last year. 4.1 assists and 4.1 steals. Defensively and also offensively, she has just been a problem for every team that she has taken on, and I don't think it'll be any different here tonight. Only 10 points against Seneca East. She got a bunch of help on Friday from some of her teammates, shooting some threes, knocking them down. Of course, I told you the 13 triples, so Walton didn't have to do too much on the offensive end, but her defensive presence was certainly there, and we'll see it again here tonight, as those are those stats for you one more time. Upper Sandusky and Shelby, they'll continue to warm up. We'll take another quick break and be back live and free on the OH Report.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Yippee!
Win myself titles, cut down nets with my fans. Back to the basket. And another thing. Well, looks like I'm not going to Hollywood after all.
we're back for our pregame show just before tip. We want to get to the keys to the game before we get underway. First, for the home side, the Upper Sandusky Lady Rams. This is brought to you by Burkhart Farm Center in Bucyrus. Key number 1, drive and kick. That's what was working on Friday against the Tigers of Seneca East. Able to get inside, get those paint touch threes. That's what I like to call them. Get yourselves established in the painted area. Then you can extend yourself outside and pass from the inside out and knock down some open triples. Second key is to choose your battles. You know that Eve Schwemley is going to give you some problems. Serena Ramsey can also give you some problems as well. Just want to make sure you don't let both of them get going at the same time. Make sure you can contain 4 of the 5 players on the court, and you should have some pretty good success here today. Keys for Shelby, defense to offense. If you can lock down this Upper Sandusky team from 3 and get some quick, maybe long rebounds, get some transition opportunities, that'd be huge. Also applying pressure, forcing some turnovers. Upper Sandusky, they struggled turnover-wise. They had 17 of them, but they were mostly dead ball turnovers. If you can get some live ball turnovers where you can move the basketball after committing a steal or just forcing a turnover in general, you're going to get some points, and that will really build your lead. Also, contest everything. You know Upper Sandusky can shoot the basketball. Don't even give them a chance to get anything up. And if they do, make it as difficult of a shot as possible. There's Ellie Ham, the last of the starters to be announced for Upper Sandusky. Joining her in the starting 5, it's the same as this whole year. Addie Newman wears number 2, a senior 5'6" guard. Number 3, Riley McCreary, a junior 5'6" guard. Then you've got Grace Walton, your N10 player of the year last year. Senior 5'2" guard, wears number 4. And Bryn Cundiff, wearing number 12, gets to start, the junior 5'6" guard. For Shelby, Trinity Baker, the senior 5'4" guard, is in there at wearing number 1. Then you've got your point guard, Charlie Neese, senior 5'6" guard. Also Sophia Long, the senior 5'7" forward, wearing number 10. Then Ramsey and Schwemley that we mentioned in the pregame show. Shelby wins the tip. They'll bring it to the far side of the gym here today. Just 7 points in their last non-conference game against Margaretta in the first quarter. They went on to win 51-39. They commit the turnover there early as Walton, looks like she double dribbled, and she did. So there's the call. So 2 quick turnovers, 1 by each side to get things going. There's your replay brought to you by First Federal. Charlie Neese brings the ball up the floor, gives it to Baker. You'll see Upper Sandusky try to trap the wings. That's what they like to do, as Schwemley will draw the foul down on the baseline, and that one will go. They put that one on Ham, so Ham picks up the first foul of the game. Lob inside, Ramsey steps back just inside the free throw line. She knocks down the first score of the game. Another thing you want to be careful of, as there's a missed 3 by Addie Newman out of the replay, offensive rebound. One thing you want to be careful of if you're Upper Sandusky is just the fact that Shelby's going to rush you. They're going to try to make this game as quick as possible, and Upper kind of likes that too. They like to take some quick threes. Addie Newman had one there. It was wide open, just didn't connect. Rams will have another chance as they bring it down the court. Walton up ahead to McCreary, picks up her dribble, gives it back off. Grace Walton for 3, and she swishes it. She started the game against Seneca East from that very spot from 3, and you like to see that. You take an early lead against Shelby. Walton kicks that ball high up in the air. That will stop things here. That's another matchup to watch out for. Charlie Neese, solid facilitator for this Whippet team, and Walton's going to be on her quite a bit towards the top of what looks to be some sort of zone that's working so far as Addie Newman picks up the steal. She's doubled right on the block, kicks it back out, deflects off McCreary. Walton was ready for it. Extra pass, McCreary will take the baseline. Nice, easy score. 3-point lead for Upper Sandusky. They only had 5 field goals inside the 3-point line. They get one early here today. Schwemley, corner 3, swish. Eve Schwemley on the board. Quick trap. Ham lands on the basketball, looking for McCreary. It does ultimately get there, and now a foul call. Go back a little bit there. Looks like they'll pick that one up on Eve. Yeah, so Schwemley picks up an early foul. We're tied 5-5. Grace Walton dance outside the three-point line, forced to pick up her dribble. Backdoor cut, McCreary, layup is good. Upper Sandusky getting to the basket with ease. Good student section on hand as well. You see all of the fun colors on the far side of your screen as Schwemley hoists another three, this time from the left wing. Shot off, Nice the rebound. Cross-court swing as Baker holds on to it. Now Schwemley finds Nice down low, and she gets the angle. All tied up. Nice scoring first quarter so far, getting close to 3 or over 3 minutes into the game as Walton forced one up. Still tied. Schwemley at the free throw line, bounces through. She tumbles, no foul. And that will be last off of Shelby. Lady Rams went 13-12 last season. They were 4th in the N10. They're definitely looking like they will improve on that so far this year. They did drop an early game to Colonel Crawford in N10 play, but that's another one of those top teams. And since then, they've been able to take down both Winford and Seneca East. Ramsey throws Ham to the deck. They'll call it a jump ball. See the late stages of that play. They call the jump, arrow goes towards Shelby, so we'll go the other way with the Whippets. First substitution of the game, Natalie Kennard will make an early entrance into this game as Baker goes to the bench. Kennard, in their last game against Highland, had 16 points, also 3 rebounds. So she had good contribution offensively coming off the bench as there's Nice getting her second basket of the game. Shelby has their second lead of the night. First one since scoring the first basket of the game, 2-0. Looks like Newman was open. Kind of just decided not to go to her. Newman was open again, high pass down low. Ham gets to the block. Easy layup. They're really getting to that near side block quite easily so far in this game. 3 layups from that area. Shot in and out, Schwemley in there for the rebound. She'll have to kick it out. Newman almost had the steal, and now she'll foul Serena Ramsey.
Foul was on Rams, number 2.
2 subs will come in for Upper. Ava Romick, number 22, had 18 points on Friday. She had the hot hand with 6 threes as Schwemley scores again. Also coming in, Erica Rulin. So those two, Rulin not so much offensively, but her defensive presence really helped Upper Sandusky on Friday. Also in, Abby Gottfried, number 11. Walton takes the handoff, one-on-one with Nice. Doesn't get much. Addie Newman was the only Upper Sandusky player to score in all 4 quarters. Last game against Seneca East, she dishes it off, and Erica Rulin scores her first basket of the game. 11-11. Make a wish out there. Schwemley, another 3. This one way off. Offensive rebound down by Shelby. Kennard brings it back out to the 3-point line. She's in a pickle. Able to find Schwemley. All tied at 11 with just about 2.5 minutes to go. Make it 13-11. Shelby with the lead. After Ramsey scores again, 4 points, both from the same spot just inside the free throw line. Walton hesitation move, tries to get to the basket. Solid recovery though, Nice gets the block.
Substitution for the Lady Whippets,
Ramsey heads to the bench. She'll get a well-deserved break. Lexi Moon, number 2, is in the game for her. Loses her man, but the layup's missed by Newman. Crossover, Nice kicks to the corner, no shots. Drive, lob over top, and it's stripped away. Well done by Walton. Looks to lead the break. Schwemley able to get the steal and stay in bounds. How about that effort from Eve Schwemley on the defensive end? Leads to an open triple from Kennard off the back iron. And Walton, around a couple defenders, will bring it up the floor. Nobody picks her up for 3. It's a heat check. Upper is back to the lead. Nice thought about a triple, kicks it back to that corner by Upper student section. Cross-court pass, Schwemley for 3, responds. Eve Schwemley having her way so far, 8 points, half of the Whippets' points. Walton through 2, just misses the basket. Would have counted if it fell. She's going to the line. So Grace Walton on Friday against Seneca East, 10 points, 3 of 5 from the line. She is a 68% shooter so far this year. First one off back iron. McCreary returns to the game for Upper. She'll start back on defense as Walton misses the second free throw. That goes off, though, of Schwemley. Upper keeps it. 1:14 left. Here in this first quarter, Upper keeping it close in a high-scoring affair, 16-14. Traveling violation as Erica Ruhlin had nowhere to go. Thought she had a teammate to pass to, but I believe it was Walton who ran away from the play. High pressure from Godfried forces the steal. Abby Godfried was a defensive master in their last game against Seneca East. Forces the turnover there. Walton wants to call a play. Spacing here isn't great from Upper. They will find Grace at the block. She'll dribble back out to the 3. Solid defense by Nice. Ball around the court it goes. Schwemley playing tight on Romick, who, as I said, had the hot hand in the last game, so they don't want her to get going. Here she is in the corner. She'll shoot one up. Schwemley there, shot short. Eve the other way. Almost lost it out of bounds. Step through, floater. Too strong. Nice back in there, trying to score. Gets another rebound. Eve for 3. It'd be her 3rd at the buzzer. But no, it's short. A speedy first quarter ends with Shelby up 16-14. Live and free. We'll have the second quarter here soon on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
We've got a tight battle here at the mountaintop between Upper Sandusky and Shelby. Lady Whippets on the road have the lead for the moment, 16-14, but it was Upper that had it They had the upper hand for most of that first quarter. Shelby took it back in the late stages. And here we are with 8 minutes left as they put it back on the clock here for the second quarter. Shout out to those of you watching. Shout out to our Upper Sandusky super fan, Sandy Ham. Good to see you again. Also, Gary Leith cheering on the Rams as well, both on Facebook. Leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Also, Sarah rooting on the Lady Rams. Riley McCreary out top. Holds on to the basketball, defended by Alyssa Booker. Has to get rid of it. And there is Grace Walton. Walton with 6 points in the first frame. Backdoor cut intercepted. Schwemley the other way. She had 8 points in the first quarter. She dishes to Ramsey, just keeps it in. Out to Nice. Sidestep, up for three. Too long to the left. Lexi Moon, the putback, no. Schwemley, third chance. This time she connects. Shelby 18, Upper Sandusky 14, and that's a killer. You give up 2 offensive rebounds and give Shelby an opportunity to make it a 2-possession lead. Another steal by Eve Schwemley. Up ahead, Ramsey leads the break. Left-handed layup, no. Ham the rebound. And then Ham goes right into a Shelby defender. That'll be a jump ball. Arrow points towards Shelby. Whippets in their last game had a dominant 77-37 win over Highland. So there's a foul that Eve is able to draw. She'll go to the stripe. So you have all of these big wins, but now you're starting to stay a little bit close, maybe a chance to break away here at the line as Schwemley knocks down the first. In that game against Highland, they led against Highland 12-20 at the end of one. So you were close-ish in that first quarter. Kind of the second quarter, even the third quarter, that's where you start to break away. Especially for this team with the Shelby Lady Whippets, as they make both free throws through Schwemley to gain a 20-14 lead. Walton out top, gives it up to Ham. Another cross-court pass. Cundiff lobs it up back to Grace. A lot of dribbling right now from Walton. Cundiff with the basketball in a play here, as McCreary was one of the only players in that game against Seneca East not to hit a three. All of her points came from the free throw line. She goes back to Walton. Walton through two, lays it up, no contact. According to the officials, Schwemley with the rebound, she pushes it up the floor. Pass a little behind her intended target, Sophia Long. Out of bounds it goes. Cundiff up with the three. That makes it a one-possession game again. Cundiff was another one of those players that didn't hit a three on Friday. She's kind of relied on for her defense and also her playmaking, but good job by her there to get them back into a close game with Shelby. Ball intercepted, McCreary the steal. It's a 2-on-3. So Upper waits for numbers. Riley McCreary waiting for Cundiff. Gives it to her. Ball down low, McCreary nearly blocked from behind. I don't think Schwemley got a hand on it, just a missed layup. Ramsey kicks it back out. Schwemley, another three. Another one goes. Number 23 gives Shelby 23 points with just about 5 minutes to go before the half. Schwemley picks up another steal. Stops, pops, short. No good. She'll step back to the three-point line and try again. No, but Nice the rebound. offensive rebounds killing Upper Sandusky so far. Push shot from Ramsey goes in, and a timeout called by Upper. So a key offensive effort led by both Schwemley and Ramsey there in those last couple of minutes has Shelby up 8 over Upper. And we sit in a timeout now. This timeout's brought to you by Home and Kitchen Supply. You see the second quarter score, 9-3. Upper Sandusky in the game on Friday, I keep referencing it, but it was such a big game for them in that game against Seneca East. All of their field goals in that one in the second quarter were threes, and that even though they've only made one shot, that trend is continuing, and you're going to want to try and find yourself inside the lane. Get some easy layups just like you were doing in the first quarter. That's starting to get taken away, and you cannot let that happen too soon. Just my personal take as we move towards the final 4.5 minutes in the half. Upper Sandusky will take it the length of the floor. Coming out of this timeout. First timeout called of the game, so Upper will have 4 to go in this one. Shelby still with 5. Cundiff hit the 3 earlier, gives it to Ham, back to Cundiff. Being forced way above the 3-point line. Upper loves to shoot him, but they're not going to shoot him from where they're holding onto the basketball right now in this possession. Very good job on ball with the on-ball pressure by Shelby. They get the block there thanks to Trinity Baker. Nice up the floor, nice pass, looking for Sophia Long. It ends up a jump. A held ball where the arrow goes to the Rams. You like that vision from Nice? It wasn't quite there yet, but also a fumble on the pass to Long didn't help your cases either. Lady Rams still down 8. Addie Newman still scoreless today as that one kicked by Schwemley. Sideline out of bounds. So scoring updates with players on the floor. Newman's got 6 all in the first quarter, 2 points inside in the first quarter by Ruin. Everybody else out on the floor is scoreless. Newman, Godfried, and Romick. Other way, Baker stops, keeps her pivot foot alive, and bakes it home. The lead is up to 10 for the first time tonight. Gotta keep your foot on the pedal if you're Upper Sandusky. It's starting to get away from you. You need someone like her, Ava Romick, to start hitting some threes. That one misses. That's her second miss of the game. Lob over top. Schwemley, heat check again, way long. Walton the rebound. She's doubled after getting it. Ahead. Pass down low. Newman goes up. She's fouled. 2 free throws on the way. Newman was hesitant, thought about just giving it out to Godfried for what looked to be a 15-foot jumper, but instead went up, drew the contact, and Addie can get her night going from the line. First one off back iron. Tough one for Addie Newman. 75% free throw shooter coming in. That'll dip down after that first one. Nice goes out for Shelby. Just her first foul, so not in foul trouble, but she will take a break. Newman knocks down the second. She will go to the bench as well. Coming in for her, Bryn Cundiff. Euro step into the lane, shot no good. They'll say it was deflected by Ruin, so Shelby keeps possession. They were looking for Ramsey. She was double teamed. They'll lob it over top to her. Schwemley through 2 defenders, drive, kick, Baker for 3, way off. That will go last off of upper as Cundiff was fighting down low with Ramsey. See if they can find her again. Same play design on the inbound with Ramsey as Schwemley misses short on her layup. Could be a transition opportunity. Godfrey down the lane for 2. Shout out to Abby Godfrey. That's her first career field goal as a Lady Ram, and she has the solid defense here. Schwemley drives, another bank shot. This time it's good. Walton, high dribble, floater off. Rebound, Kennard. Kennard finds Baker, who traveled with it. It was the right play, just couldn't handle it, Trinity. So we'll see subs. Ellie Ham rejoins the action in a 29-21 ball game. Apologies for missing that extra point. Walton misses the layup. Other way, Shelby. Schwemley, kick to the corner, no shot. They'll go back to Eve. Eve with 17 points here in half number 1. And we still got plenty of time left. Kennard hoists a 3. Schwemley now defending Walton as they'll leave Romick open this time. 3rd missed triple of the night for her. But you know that won't phase her. She'll keep shooting. They need her to start hitting to get back into this game because Schwemley doesn't seem to be missing from 3. They're lucky there. Ham tried to fight for the rebound, couldn't get it, and the offensive rebound goes to Long, and she takes a long 2 and gets it to go. Leads back to 10, 31-21. 45 seconds as there's a foul drawn by Walton. She'll shoot.
Foul was on Whippets, number 24.
3 players at the scorer's table getting ready to come in after this first shot. The 3-time All-N10 finisher misses the first free throw. It has been a rough start to the year for Walton at the line. You heard me say it earlier, she is at a 68% coming into the game. She's now 1 for 3 today. Walton's second goes in. She's getting 3 shots, so that tells me there was a lane violation somewhere inside. She still splits the free throws as she misses her 3rd opportunity. Lexi Moon in the corner. No good. Good rebound by Romick. Just about 30 seconds left. Down the other way, shot no. Newman collapsed on by both Schwemley and Booker. They forced the tie-up. Arrow goes to Shelby. And with 23.4 on the clock, I was going to say Shelby was going to get the last shot there, but no, they turn it over. And now Sandusky turns it over again, so they will get the last shot with 6.2 seconds left. I apologize, I was looking at the scoreboard because they still have not given Walton that free throw to make it 31-22. It says 31-21. We'll check that at half. But here's the last opportunity for Shelby to add to their lead. Neese up at the buzzer, short and to the right. And the first half will end with a unknown score. I've got 31-22. The venue's got 31-21. We'll probably end up changing to that. But we'll take a quick break and come back live and free on the OH Report for your halftime show.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Yippee! Win myself titles, cut down nets with my fans. Back to the basket. And another thing. Well, looks like I'm not going to Hollywood after all.
on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play.
And welcome back to the Mountaintop for your halftime show on the OH Report, brought to you by Burkhart Farm Center of Bucyrus. Jonathan Langdon with you, Brandon Powell, our camera operator here today. We've got, I confirmed it, a 31-21 halftime score as the Rams find themselves down by 10. That's the most that they've been down by here so far tonight. Like, it's a really good Shelby side that's 6-1, so you give and take a couple of the things that have happened here. Romick, of course, was hot on Friday, has not hit a shot yet here today. So that's something you want to see change, especially the way that she's able to hit threes. It really translates to the rest of the team, and right now just not hitting in that second quarter. They were able to stay back and forth with Shelby in the first quarter. Second quarter, not so much. Want to take a look and get a bit of an update on the two player spotlights today. You've got Schwemley, as I like to call her, taking on the Rams' saving grace, and right now it's been all Eve Schwemley. 17 points, 4 threes, 5 steals. That's an estimate. She might have more because she was all over the place defensively. And then also Grace Walton doing her thing, 2 steals. That would be pretty good on a normal day, but today is not a normal day when you've got Eve Schwemley putting up 5 steals of her own at least. Also 6 points for Grace Walton. All 6 of those, in fact, came in the first quarter. So Walton has been put at bay by the Shelby defense here in the last 8 minutes. See if they can continue to keep her locked up, Shelby Lady Whippets, as we go into the second half. Student section for Upper Sandusky getting some shots up. They were loud in the first quarter, but Shelby's play kind of silenced them there in the second. They're going to need to get it back up on their feet and cheer on these Lady Rams to get them back into this ball game. Again, 31-21. As we want to thank our sponsors bringing us here tonight. Again, to the Mountaintop. We'll be here a lot this season. Thanks to Chris.daris with Edward Jones in Upper Sandusky. Also, thank you to Wilson Tire Company, Burkhart Farm Center, Quest Federal Credit Union, First Federal Community Bank, Home and Kitchen Supply, and Kimmel Corporation. You see Coach Natalie Lance talking to her team one final time before they hit the floor for the third quarter. She is in her 13th season at Shelby, 218-74 overall record. That is pretty darn good, if I were to say so myself. She's led some fantastic seasons. We talked about it. 5 conference titles in a row in what is typically a pretty tight MOAC conference. Just Shelby has ran away with it these last couple of years. Clear Fork, Pleasant, they've always been threats. Also Marion Harding here and there. But Shelby has just been a different type of Shelby in these last, I would say, almost a decade. They've also got 21 conference titles total, so just their program, both the men, boys and the girls, are both spectacular. And you talk about the boys who went to a state Final Four last year as Walton misses another 3. Ham with the offensive rebound. She puts it up and in. There goes Ellie Ham. She is up to 4 points on the contest. Upper Sandusky in the first quarter, they were trapping the wings. They're still looking to do that, but it's been a little lighter than we saw in the first frame. Maybe some fatigue settling in on Upper Sandusky. Schwemley with 17 points in the first half gives it back to Neese. Charlie Neese. Plenty of assists to go around in that first half. She has the basketball again, gets around McCreary, and lays it up for 2. McCreary just 4 points for her. Already passed her total on Friday. as Walton surveys the floor, refuses the screen, and picks up her dribble. Ham was looking to give her something, but Grace didn't want it. Walton instead will chuck up a three, and why not? Because you've been hitting today. It's her second three of the day, up to 10 points. So it must have been my mistake earlier. She had 7 points at half and not 6. And that would have given her, and as I recall, that's correct, because she had 1 point. It was a free throw in the second quarter. And that was the point I was contesting, that I thought the score would be one higher for Upper Sandusky. They didn't ultimately give it to her, as Upper misses golden opportunity down low with Cundiff. Anyway, we move on. The score is 33-26, as the three there's missed by Shelby. Rebound McCreary almost turned it over. Addie Newman, 1 point to her name. Walton, heat check. How about it from Grace Walton? She knows what it's going to take to get back into this game, and that's a lot of threes. She knocks down her second of the half to give her 13. Ramsey, hook shot. Shot no good, gets her own rebound. Back outside, stolen by Newman. McCreary to the deck. Another dive down low. What a play by Shelby to get this basketball. Schwemley, open lane, floater, no good, but the foul. See how much I'm able to get with this 20-second replay. How about Trinity Baker getting in there, Ramsey keeping it alive and finding Schwemley in stride. Eve's first free throw is a swish, despite the Upper Sandusky student section's best efforts. Probably could hear them through my microphone across the gym. 34-29. And Schwemley makes the second. Student section, they got a little more help on the jeer, I guess I should say, to get her to miss, but she still knocks down both. Still no points for Ava Romick. She gives inside to Addie Newman, who just misses the layup. Romick able to tip it out, though, for the offensive rebound. Then a steal again by guess who? Eve Schwemley. Schwemley has been all over the floor. We've talked about it. Maybe too much today. Left open, Ramsey. That's her money shot. Cannot leave her there. 37-29. Ramsey has herself up to 8 points. Three of those buckets, I should say, came on shots just like that, just shy of the free throw line. Walton with the missed basket. Other way, Schwemley has it. Doubled, so doesn't get a three up. She'll drive, kick, Nice right by me. Misses the shot. Walton will let it dribble out. Last off of Walton. Grace was letting it go thinking she didn't touch it, but the official disagrees. You make the call at home. You know, broadcasters do not make good officials. Unless you're Lynn Passett. Of course, one of our color commentators at the OH Report just became a retired OHSAA certified official. He was with me here just a week ago, watching the boys team take on, I believe it was Colonel Crawford. And yeah, it was. Crawford got the win in that one. Shot down low, missed by Gottfried. Schwemley through two, holds up. That was not a very open window for that pass. She still did get it off to Kennard, and Natalie Kennard draws the foul. Ramsey just before the 5-second call gets the inbound. Schwemley looking for three-pointer number 5. How about it from Eve Schwemley today? Gives them an 11-point advantage. Walton has had the hot hand, but she has been toughed up by Kennard, and some extracurricular there from Walton. Gives her a little shove after the solid defense. Two subs come in. Newman takes a quick break. She's back into the ball game. Cundiff also back in. Ruin was looking to get the ball in the inbound. Couldn't get it to her. So they go Cundiff. Cundiff spins around. Moon defending. Lob to Walton for 3. A little bit too long. Ruin. Actually, no, it was Newman who tipped it out. Grace has the basketball again. Still sitting on 13 points. The sophomore Romick turns it over. Schwemley another steal. She has Ramsey up ahead. Instead backs it up to the three-point line, gets it stripped away. And now she's in a double, gets past it. Schwemley crossover, kick long 2 from Moon, but it's a swish. First score for number 2, Lexi Moon. That makes it 42-29. Lady Whippets handling their business as there is, I thought, another turnover. Shelby fans thought so too to my right. But no, not the call. And I like this move from Coach Jerry Vint. Need to get a little tougher out there, so you bring in Ellie Ham. She gets the basketball at the block. Up and under goes over Ramsey, but a travel. Ham's not going to agree with this call. We'll get a second look. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, broadcasters do not make good officials, so if you hear one try to act like one, don't listen to them. I'm one of the few self-aware ones. There's a kicked ball violation. One of the quickest substitution breaks I've ever seen. Lexi Moon is back in the game. She was out for maybe one possession. Schwemley in the near corner. Walton almost got there. Actually, she did. Kicked it. (42-29) with a minute 19 to go in the third. Sophia Long dribbles the basketball, gives it back to Eve. Schwemley with 22 points on the game, looking to add to her total. Instead, she'll give it down low. Nice pass into Natalie Kennard. Moon with the tight defense on Walton, who draws the foul. Lexi picks it up, takes a little strut. The lead is 15 for Shelby. It's going to take quite the effort from Upper Sandusky to get back into this game. Ham toughs her way to the basket and gets them off to a solid start to that presumed comeback. Good crossover by Neese. No look pass to Schwemley. Shot too strong. But the offensive rebound again, and Schwemley picks it up, goes to the basket, another miss, another rebound, and another score for Eve. Lead back to 15, 24 points for Schwemley with the Whippets. 10 seconds to go. This will be the last shot. Walton is fouled. They'll call the reach in on Kennard. Walton loves to drive to the left. Kennard thought she got in there cleanly. Officials disagreed. So now with the clock sitting at 6.3, you'll need a sideline inbound. Ham takes it. Newman around a double screen. They cannot find Walton. Ball falls to the deck. No shot will get up. And that's how the third quarter ends. Shelby takes a 15-point advantage to the fourth. Money time coming up next in a 46-31 game between Shelby and Upper Sandusky.
Are you looking for a uniform rental partner that can guarantee garments are returned promptly? No matter your size or industry, Kimmel Corporation can customize a program to fit your needs.
Give us a call for a free evaluation of your current program or visit us at kimmeluniform.com. Kimmel Corporation, delivering what we promise, 4 generations strong.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up.
Final 8 minutes on the clock between Shelby and Upper Sandusky. Shelby looking for their 7th win on this very early season. Lady Rams, if this score holds, would fall to 4-3. 2-1 still in the conference, very much alive in the N10. 3-pointer no good. That time by Alyssa Booker, as Romick leads that ball beautifully to Newman for the layup. Newman was a good 15 feet away from where that ball bounced on the ground, and Romick trusted her teammate to get there. If you're just joining us, the story of the game has been Eve Schwemley, number 23 in red, as Booker dribbles that off her foot out of bounds. And Upper, a chance to eat into that deficit even more. Schwemley, as I was going to say, has 24 points on this game. That's over half of the Lady Whippets' points. Grace Walton, number 4 in white with the basketball right now, is trying to help them get back with 13 of her own. We've also got 6 points from Ellie Ham for Upper Sandusky. Romick to the basket, leaves the layup short. Ball down the floor, too long. Ham keeps it in. Newman surveys, goes in, bank shot, rattles home. And another throwaway by Shelby gives new life to Upper Sandusky. Timeout Whippets. Coach Natalie Lance has seen enough. That's the first timeout we've seen called since early in the second quarter. So you've got Upper Sandusky still with 4 timeouts, and Shelby now down to 4 timeouts. They've both called 1 today. So 46-35 is the score. We had some score issues earlier on in the game. A couple of points that I thought disappeared randomly from Upper Sandusky. But Upper Sandusky out of this quick timeout will be down 11. A 4-0 run to start this 4th frame. Getting towards crunch time. Shout out to all of you watching on Facebook and YouTube. Last I saw, just over 100 on YouTube and 73 on Facebook. So solid numbers for this Monday night primetime game. As Schwemley thought she had a steal, but she commits the foul instead. And will be Schwemley's, says first on the board. Newman, layup is good. And they are now only down 9, Upper Sandusky. Eve catches it, on the far side wing. Back out top, extra pass. Neese with some space, picks up her dribble. Ramsey out top, defended by Walton. Things getting a little chippy inside there between Ramsey and Walton. Shelby goes away from that though, and they get Sophia Long on a baseline drive. Walton nearly has it swiped away. Nice pass into the corner. Three-pointer way off from Romick. Just has not been her night. See some time start to trickle away on the clock, and Schwemley will score again. Lead is back to 13, and a timeout by Upper. Not a good stretch of basketball from the Lady Rams, and they lose points because of it. Makes things much more difficult now with only 5 minutes left and 13 points to make up. So 50 points for Shelby is spearheaded by Eve Schwemley's 26, 8 points for Serena Ramsey. And then on the floor, also leading in scoring, is Charlie Neese. She has 6. Sophia Long with 4. And number 24, Natalie Kennard, after 16 points against Highland, just 2 today. On the other side for the Rams, they've got 37 on the board, 13 of those from their senior star, the N10 Player of the Year from last season. Grace Walton has 13. 7 points for Addie Newman. It was a slow start for her, but she's picked it up since. 3 points for number 12. That is Bryn Cundiff. And then 2 apiece for Abby Gottfried. And number 24, that's Erica Ruhlin. Upper Sandusky will have 3 timeouts remaining. Shelby with 4 to go. You can see that indicated on the scoreboard with those dots next to timeout. 5:08 to go. Newman takes the inbounds pass. She is defended by Schwemley. Eve has had her hand in nearly everything. This time, though, it's Kennard who takes it the other way, misses the layup, gets a rebound, tips it to Ramsey. Neese will eat some clock as Gottfried defends. Kennard holds it on the Upper Sandusky logo. And now more dribbling from Neese, who goes to the baseline and is fouled by Walton. That will be her second. Two shots coming from the senior Charlie Neese, the All-MOAC honorable mention from a season ago. She led the conference in assists her junior season with 3.3 a game. In fact, Schwemley wasn't too far behind her as well. They were both top 3 in that category. First free throw missed. Can she split them? That she does. 51-37. Lady Rams got some work to do, down 14. Newman dribbles to her right, has it poked away. Schwemley has been a pest all night. Ruhlin in space, goes right back to Cundiff. Ruhlin with Ramsey defending, tries to drive on her, and it's just too tall of a defender as Ramsey blocks it with ease. Schwemley, top of the key, will take a screen from Ramsey, loses her dribble, goes to Kennard, far side. Backdoor cut, ripped away, and a foul on the loose ball. That's going to go on Eve Schwemley. 3:47 to go. Each possession getting more and more pivotal if you're a Lady Rams fan. Walton between the legs, behind the back, layup across the baseline, no good. Shelby, they've got numbers for now. Now it's back to 5-on-5. Dribbling out the clock at this point. Every second hurts the Lady Rams as it comes off the scoreboard. Nice into a double, able to bounce it away. That does go off of the Lady Rams, so Shelby keeps it. 2 subs will come in, McCreary and Gottfried, both in for defense. Walton and Newman will take seats. Nice gives it down low, and Eve Schwemley continues her stellar night here at the mountaintop. She's got 28. That's a season high now for her. Other way, plenty of space down low for Serena Ramsey. The lead gets close to 20 after that basket. 18-point advantage. Cundiff tries to cut into that. She does. Cundiff, efficient shooting from her today with 5 points. Two and a half minutes to go. This one pretty much over at this point. Nice does lose the basketball, so there's some hope as Cundiff draws a foul. Not many fouls here in the fourth frame, just one on each side. Now 2 after that on Ramsey. And that's actually her first. Ramsey typically someone that the Lady Whippets see in foul trouble towards this point of the game, but she's done a good job today staying out. And as a result, staying in the game. There's another takeaway. This layup will give Eve Schwemley 30 points on the night. 57-39. We see another timeout called by Upper Sandusky, as that was the finishing touch to what was a stellar away trip for Shelby. 57-39 the score as we take this timeout. Shout out to Whippet Nation watching us on the OH Report. It's always great to cover Shelby. All sports. Of course, they've had fantastic runs in plenty of their sports. Shelby football maybe didn't get as far as they wanted to this year, but a team that certainly went as far as they wish they would have, maybe just one game short. The Shelby Whippet Lady Volleyball team, we got the chance to go to Dayton and cover them. What an excellent year it was for the Lady Whippets. Some of those players on this basketball team as well. Lexi Moon, Eve Schwemley, Chloe Mayheck led the scoring, in fact, in the JV game that took place before this. Haven't seen Chloe check in today. If she does, she'll wear number 21. And yeah, she is coming in right on cue. In fact, all 3 of those players I mentioned are on the floor for Shelby out of this timeout. Lexi Moon defends Riley McCreary. Mayheck tips that out of bounds. This will stay with Upper Sandusky. Mayheck didn't get too much time against Highland, but she may do with the time she got, as Schwemley will get a big ovation as she makes her way to the bench. A 30-point night for her. That is a season, and I'll have to ask her after this game how close that is to a career high as well. McCreary, baseline pass, gives it to Rulin off the back iron, and no, minute and a half to go. See if the Whippets can get some minutes here down the late, some points here in the late minutes. Foul, no shot, as Rulin picks it up. One final sub as Kennard's night is done. Just 2 points for her. But still a solid night defensively, as you could say, probably with all of these players for the Whippets. Lob over top, leaves Baker open, doesn't take the shot. Baker passes out of a double. Moon backdoor. Back to the three-point line. Oh, and a bad pass that will trickle all the way down out of bounds on Upper Sandusky's side. 53.1 seconds to go. So Shelby will jump to 7-1 overall. Of course, not being a conference game, doesn't really matter even if they would have lost. 4-0, they remain in the MOAC. Their next game will be a conference matchup with River Valley on Thursday. That is a road game, so big time game coming up in conference for the Lady Whippets. Upper Sandusky with the basketball right here. Ruin will drive. They will take on MOAC in an N10 showdown. As there's the first three of the night to fall. Unfortunate timing, you've got to say, for Ava Romick, who struggled getting any shots to go. And, of course, here when the game's pretty much said and done, she gets her first one to drop. Under 20 seconds left. Lob over top. There's a steal. Romick leads the break. 3-on-3. And it's poked from behind. That will go into the hallway. If you were to ask me, with this being my first time watching Shelby and the Lady Whippets play, I like their chances to win 6 consecutive MOAC titles. Cundiff sees that shot rattle in and out. There's a foul on the floor, it looks like. That is on Shelby. But yeah, for sure, Shelby have to be the favorites to win the MOAC after taking down Clear Fork earlier in the season, as we get a late-stage wedgie. Fun way to end action tonight, as someone from the student section will go punch that away. A job well done by the Upper Sandusky student section. Final seconds will tick. Shelby will get one last shot up with Erica Winkle. Almost got it to fall. Final score here from the mountaintop. Shelby 57, Upper Sandusky 42. A similar score to what we saw on Friday, except the Rams were able to sneak away with that win over Seneca East. But Shelby gets the win here. They go to the 7-1 on the year. Upper Sandusky falls to 4-3. We'll take a break, come back with our MVP. You know who it is, Eve Schwemley, live and free on the OH Report.
Trust our experienced team for seamless program management. Wide garment selections for various industries. Kimmel Corporation offers top quality products and services at the best value. Rent or buy with confidence. Kimmel Corporation is the company for you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Yippee!
Win myself titles, cut down nets with my fans.
Back to the basket. And another thing. Well, Looks like I'm not going to Hollywood after all.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant
time now for your Quest Federal Credit Union Player of the Game. We've got Eve Schwemley up here with us, and congratulations on the win. You told me, I think this is my career high, so we're just going to go with it. Okay. 30 points for you. Big win. So just tell me, how's it feel to really dissect this defense that Upper Sandusky threw at you and just get a big performance out of it?
I mean, yeah, it feels really good. We found out today district, and they're in our district, so this was a really big game, honestly. Last week we might not thought of highly of it, but definitely today with them being in our district, they're a good team and it's a good game for us.
Yeah, and you could definitely see them in the future. So I know that you guys have had some big wins early on in the season. What does it take for you guys to kind of just shove that to the side and simply play ball?
I mean, yeah, I think we can't think about those wins and just keep pushing ourselves each day, and definitely just coming in ready to play.
Yeah, and then also defensively, I think the 30 points, it's easy to talk about that, but I had you down for at least 5 steals at half, and then you definitely added on to that in the second. Defensively, what did you guys do to really get into the Lady Rams here tonight?
I mean, yeah, we really focused on our defense all year round, and definitely just they have good shooters, so we were trying to our goal was to keep them less than 6 threes, and I think they had only 6, so that's good for us. They're averaging about 13. So they're definitely, we wanted to speed them up and try to make them take bad shots so we could get some steals too.
So 5 straight MOAC titles, that's definitely a big weight on your shoulder to get another one. But I feel good about you guys getting forward there. But what do you think it's going to take to finally get to that end goal?
I mean, yeah, I think just pushing ourselves each day in practice and making each other better and making that extra pass to get an open shot.
Well, this is a good start towards that as well, and along with your 7-1 start. So one final question, look in the camera, give any shout-outs you want to give.
I want to shout out my cousins that came, Sophia and Mia.
All right, Eve, congrats, 30
Thank
points,
you.
Career high, we think. We'll check it later on, but thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
And time for us to wrap up our coverage with the OH Report post-game show brought to you by Burkhart Farm Center out of Bucyrus. I want to thank all of our sponsors bringing us here tonight for a solid matchup between both Shelby and Upper Sandusky. Thank you to Edward Jones with Chris.daris of Upper Sandusky. Also Wilson Tire Company, Burkhart Farm Center, of course, the sponsor of this post-game show. Quest Federal Credit Union, who let you listen in to our MVP today, Eve Schwemley, just a few moments ago. Also, thank you to First Federal Community Bank, Home and Kitchen Supply, and Kimmel Corporation. So, big night, historic night. We thought it could have been a historic night for Upper Sandusky if they could get the win for the first time against Upper in their last 16 meetings. But it ended up being a career night for Eve Schwemley with 30 points, and she thinks that's her career high. I think I would agree with her as well. I can't remember any other time where she's been able to get up over 30. But maybe she's been at 30 once or twice. But still a big night for the Lady Whippets with their star, who's making a case for a second consecutive honor as MOAC Player of the Year. Grace Walton, just 13 points for her today. She struggled there towards the first half. She had 6 points in the first, but then after that, Shelby threw a lot at her because they knew that she was kind of the only one going there to start the game. So Shelby had a good defensive game plan go in to the second quarter, and they kind of rode that momentum to cruise to victory here towards the end of this game and get this 57-42 final. So that's going to do it for our coverage. Also, as we play the credits here, I'll let you know about these two teams in their next 3 games. For Shelby, we'll start with them. Thursday at River Valley, that's a big conference game. Then they play next Saturday after Christmas at Ontario. And then they start the new year on the 3rd. That's a Friday. They take on Marion Pleasant, another one of those teams expected to be towards the top of the MOAC. Then for Upper Sandusky, they'll play Saturday against MOAC. Then they'll be done for Christmas. Then they'll be back in action next Saturday against Bucyrus. those 2 and 10 games. Then they'll be back in non-conference play on Monday, 12:30, December 30th, against Riverdale. And all 3 of those games are at home, and I believe they've got another one at home as well after that. So big homestand for Upper Sandusky. Still a lot more chances to win despite falling to 4-3 overall on the year. Thanks for joining us. Your sponsors rolling through your screen one final time. They already did, in fact. Jonathan Langdon here with you, Brandon Powell on camera. That's going to do it for us. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you next time on the OH Report.